my dears. Granny has missed you so much. And Ginger the cat has too. Now tell me, are your teeth brushed? Your pajamas on? Now listen closely. Open your ears and your imagination, because Granny is about to begin tonight's bedtime tale just for you.
Deep in a quiet forest, a kind mother and her daughter Elana lived in a small wooden house, and every day they sat under the tall trees sewing clothes with needles and colourful threads. One night they heard a loud knock on the door. They felt scared, frightened but brave. They opened it to find a huge bear standing there, tired. The bear was weak and sick, asking gently for help, so they welcomed him inside, gave him warm soup and a soft bed, and cared for him until he became strong again, and soon they became close friends. But one evening the bear looked serious. "I must leave," he said sadly. "I need to save myself." The mother and Elana did not understand what he meant, but they felt very sad, so they hugged him tightly, and with heavy hearts they watched him walk away into the forest, leaving them behind. One bright afternoon, the mother and Elana were sewing in the forest. Suddenly they heard a voice, "Help me! Help me!" They ran toward the sound. There they found a dwarf with a very long white beard, stuck in tree branches. They tried to pull him, but the beard would not move. "We must cut it," said the mother softly. With scissors, they carefully cut part of the beard and freed him. But instead of thanking them, the dwarf shouted angrily. His beard was now short, only reaching his knees. He turned away without a word and disappeared into the forest. Another day, while they were sewing in the forest again, they heard the same voice. "Help me! Please help me!" They ran and found the dwarf near the lake. A big fish had caught his beard and was pulling him toward the water. They tried to pull him back, but the fish would not let go. Again, they used their scissors and cut his beard to save him. Now his beard reached only his chest, but the dwarf was even angrier than before. He shouted rudely. Without saying thank you, he walked away. The mother and Elana were confused, but they still felt pity for him. One day again, as the mother and Elana were sewing in the forest, they heard a familiar voice. "Help me!" They ran quickly and found the same dwarf, this time stuck in a thorny bush. They tried to free him, but there was only one way. Slowly, carefully, they cut the rest of his beard. Now the dwarf had no beard at all. He became furious. "You foolish humans!" he shouted. He screamed cruel words at the kind mother and her daughter, when suddenly the bear appeared from the forest and the dwarf froze in fear. "Please, Prince, forgive me. I'm sorry." And immediately the bear gave the dwarf a powerful blow, sending him far into the sky. And then the mother and Elana ran to hug the bear with joy, and in that moment a bright light surrounded him, and he transformed into a charming prince. And the mother and Elana stepped back in shock, while the prince gently explained that the dwarf was a bad wizard. who had turned him into a bear, and that all his magic lived in his white beard. And because they had cut it, his spell was broken. So the prince asked Ilana to marry him, and they celebrated a beautiful wedding in a grand castle and lived happily ever after.
Granny Fofa gently closed her storybook. The moon was shining high in the sky. The charming prince and his kind bride went to sleep in their peaceful castle. The forest became quiet, and the stars began to sing. Now close your eyes, Granny Fofa whispered softly. You are kind, you are good, you are loved, you are safe. You have a beautiful heart. Sleep peacefully, little one. Tomorrow you will shine again.
Nighty, nighty, sweethearts.